I never thought I would see the day where I was agreeing with an article from the Mary Sue, but yet here we are. Oh boy, miss me with manufactured racist debates when discussing The Little Mermaid's global reception. Oh my goodness. Now, how far does the Mary Sue article get into it? You might be a little surprised, because I sure as hell was. Okay, the Variety article about The Little Mermaid opening weekend box office in China annoyed the crap out of me. It annoyed a lot of people. By indulging the debate that's become all too common. Oh my God, the Mary Sue is calling out your bullshit. Variety says, quote, discussion of The Little Mermaid in which actor and singer Halle Bailey portrays the title role again raised the question about how willing Chinese audiences are to watch films with prominent black characters. Isn't that such a wonderful narrative? It's also bullshit. There are more interesting narratives than the racism discussion when looking at box office numbers. Thank you, Box Office Mojo. Especially when comparing the Disney's live-action films, in quotes, because they just use different types of animation to varying degrees. Yes, Disney's The Little Mermaid, calling it live action when a vast bit of the film took place underwater. That was not live action. To immediately use the performance of one film with a black protagonist to prop up studios' harmful, misguided beliefs about how inclusion may impact the film's international box office, even if that doesn't really make sense, is itself kind of racist. The Mary Sue is calling out this bullshit narrative. I am as stunned as most people. If you understand the Mary Sue, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Teresa Giacino. Oh my goodness. They talk about Aladdin. Like The Little Mermaid, Aladdin also opened in the U.S. on Memorial Day weekend. The Mary Sue is coming with receipts, people. It's box office for the entire holiday week. It's like, I don't have to do any work. I was thinking about this whole time. I've talked about it. All the different trailers that have come out with the live-action Little Mermaid having millions and millions of downvotes, claims of racism, but then you look at Wakanda Forever having the opposite ratio with hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of upvotes and only 10,000 downvotes. Same thing with Creed. All movies with prominent black actors, black leads, and yet why was The Little Mermaid singled out? Oh, wait, because it helped the narrative, because they knew the movie was going to fail. And whether you like it or not, at the box office right now, I believe it's broken $400 million. That is not a success. Little Mermaid. Let's see. Back to the article. Like The Little Mermaid, Aladdin also opened in the U.S. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. The Mary Sue is bringing receipts and fire. On Memorial Day weekend 2019, its box office for the entire holiday weekend was $116 million and a whole bunch of change, almost 117. Go ahead. The Little Mermaid opened on Memorial Day weekend 2023, post-pandemic, with no Will Smith level name attached, to almost $119 million. The Little Mermaid had a lot stacked against it. Yeah, because it looked like dog shit. And still outperformed Aladdin's opening in the U.S. Since Hollywood prioritizes China as a market, and that's what Variety wants to talk about. Oh my man, this article is throwing some shade. Here are the Chinese opening weekend figures for these films in descending order. Is everybody ready? So we got Cinderella, 2015. $71 million. Lion King, $54 million. Jungle Book, $49. Beauty and the Beast, $44. Aladdin, $18. Oopsie. And The Little Mermaid, $2.5. The Little Mermaid did make the least of all the live-action Disney films when it comes to China. Here's some extra context. Let's see. Ooh, Aladdin. Arab protagonist, and also cast a role originally played by a white actor, with a big-name black actor, made 9 times more. Yes, if you didn't know Will Smith, he's kind of dark. It's likely that Will Smith, who is a global superstar, has more name recognition than Halle Bailey does in China. Oh, name recognition. We're going to use name recognition as a factor for box office success. Oh, how we doing? Aladdin and its predecessor came out in or before 2019, before the pandemic, changed people's movie-going habits. Yes, that did. Also, I think we're going over a little something here. It's not affecting all the entire world, but I think it's called a recession. Financial issues. Let's see. Number 3. Yes, The Lion King is about animals, but it takes place in Africa, has black actors voicing most of the roles, and has the power of Beyonce. The film and everything surrounding it has a deeply African vibe. Oh, and number 4, we're going to talk about The Jungle Book. Jungle Book has a brown main character. So, of all the live-action remakes, so far, only 2 of them are starring white people. Mary Sue is coming with some fire, tearing down the narrative of other mainstream websites, claiming that the reason why The Little Mermaid is not succeeding where Disney wants it to succeed is because of racism. How much more proof do you need? If the Mary Sue is coming out and saying that you're full of shit, you may have to go look in the mirror and believe that you really are full of shit. Oh. Can you argue that since Cinderella made the most money in China, they prefer movies with white leads? You could, but that misses the fact that the films that didn't have white leads, which was most of them, made a substantial amount of money in China. So this fear that we keep rehashing about whether China will accept films with black leads or other POC is unfounded and stale. There you have it, folks. I'm agreeing with the Mary Sue. I don't know how. I don't know what timeline we're in. The times that I've gone to the Mary Sue has been for a joke, a laugh, to see what sort of nonsensical BS that they were shoveling. But in this amazing article, breaking everything down with one receipt after another, The Little Mermaid is failing because it's garbage, not because of racism. Do you think Hollywood's going to believe that? Do you think Disney is going to take any of that information into account? I highly doubt it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, leave a dislike. Help me get to my 1,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Good night.